Hello.
Hey guys.
And welcome to another episode of We Go Off. I'm your host, Ethan.
I'm your co-host, Pam or Pamela.
Pamela.
Or, no, don't ever call me Pammy. I don't like that.
Or Mrs.
Mrs.
Pam, Mrs. Martinez, if you're nasty.
Oh,
just kidding.
My husband can only call me that. Sorry.
No, it's funny, but it's good to be back. It's been kind of a week. I feel like it's drained on all week, to be honest with you, you know?
It felt like one of those long weeks, but then when we were trying to figure out what we did this week, we're like, what did we do? Know.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it felt long.
Just in the stream of consciousness, I'm sure something's going to come out. You know, that's how it typically works, right?
Right.
But I guess to get into specifics, was there anything exciting that happened this week for you?
Well, this week was part one of my work trip journey, so I have to go to my markets and look at the inventory we sell. So that's always so fun.
You get to travel, though, little traveler.
Much fun. I mean, I guess, I don't know. It's like a plus, but also a negative. And like, depending on how I'm feeling when I go on these market rides, it's like, I could be like, this is pretty nice, having my own hotel room and like just, hanging out, doing my own thing. But this time I was really not feeling it. It was like, I got into that hotel room and I'm like, super lonely over here.
Lonely. Yeah.
I'm a lonely bitch.
I'm a lonely bitch.
That's how I felt this time. So it was a little rough, but I made the first part. So
you did it. Wow.
Nailing that. And then, other than that, as I previously disclosed, my husband and I got a house, so we're now just doing like renovations, minor upgrades, I guess.
You want to talk about our little journey we had yesterday?
So Ethan and I, we had to go get some cock.
Wait, what? Sorry, that just slipped out. Unlike the cock,
I mean, I think that's just one of those things when you have to get cocking, it's inevitable to like make dirty jokes. You have to. You have to.
Yeah, we had the cock gun. It was everything. But a little bit of a preface. So like when I walked up to the house, it was kind of hilarious, right? So I walk up and I like look where like the doorbell should be, and I see like 8 holes, assorted holes, just like in this little area. And
I'll have to talk more about this in the mini rant because that was an ordeal. But yes, you are right. This is why we got the cocking.
The cocking.
Is because mishaps had happened.
But it looks great. You guys have a doorbell now.
So we have a doorbell and it's pretty nice.
But so like we were looking for cock. Did you know there's like different types of cock? And I mean, like, okay.
There's like,
roofing cock.
Kitchen cock.
There's flashing cock.
Repair cock. It's like really weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. If you ever want to like go to your local like hardware department store and like look at the different cocks, there's a lot out there. Let me tell you, all shapes and sizes.
That's for sure. Except they all are normally in one solid can or tube or whatever. Anyway,
and they're all white. Like, what is up with that? Like, no diversity.
No,
right?
Not at all. No, but side note, I like going to Lowe's. I know that's where we went. I know a lot of people enjoy it. I'm just amazed at how large that place is.
Literally, me and Pam walked into this, and we were intimidated. It's just like, we're like looking up, we're like, where the hell do we go? Like, we had no idea what we were doing.
It's just massive. It's kind of amazing how much, like, square footage that place is. It's freaking huge. Anyway, that's all I really did this week. What about you, Ethan?
Let's see here. So I kind of had like a relaxing week. I've been trying to get up earlier. It's been really nice. It's also really weird.
You're like, I have my whole day ahead.
Yeah, well, it's kind of cool, right? Because like there's like a world that exists at like 6 a.m. Did you know this?
No, I did not. Because I'm never
crazy.
Up at this time.
So I've been waking up early, and so it's so nice. Like before work, I get like all this shit done. I feel like I'm like so accomplished. Like, so this week, for instance, we had some Christmas decorations that we have been like trying to we had a hard time placing.
Wait, you still had them up?
No. They were just like packaged and needed to be stored somewhere.
I was gonna say, if you still had them up,
I am not that person. Okay, like
it's freaking St. Patty's Day.
I know. I know. But no, so I was like, you know what? We have to store these. So I woke up one morning. I was like, fuck it. I'm going to do it. And so like, I got all that done, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to repot my plant babies as well. So it's
nice.
I've been like doing little tasks like throughout the week before work. And honestly, it makes me feel so much more accomplished. I feel like I'm even more productive at work because it's like, I feel like I've already accomplished some tasks in the morning, like doing laundry, doing just like little remedial things. I know this sounds crazy to probably some of you, but I'm typically like a night owl. So typically I would do all these tasks like in the PM, and I kind of like converted it to the AM, and it's been a really fulfilling experience, I would say, to be honest with you. So it's really cool. And then I guess secondarily, I've been reading this book series. And it's still nice and spicy and very enjoyable. So it's called like, I don't know how else to describe it than the Material series. So there's 3 different books.
Girl,
oh my God, living in a material world, honey. Nah, but so there's 3 different books. So the first one's boyfriend material, second one is husband material, and the third one is father material.
Whoa.
And so it's definitely like a male romance. If anybody's looking for some romance out there,
hey, I'm for it.
I'm like, hey, these books, they give you hope. And they give you hope, if nothing else, you know.
They give you too much hope, though.
I think a healthy amount of hope.
Not like, you know, I'm gonna find a sugar daddy. And
exactly. Like you're there's still issues. They're just everyday real people. They're everyday real people who are 6'3" and chiseled. You know, that's what it is.
That's obvious.
Yeah. That's an everyday person. Yeah. So
do they detail their workout regimen? Just kidding.
You know, that's the one thing that glosses over. They just say that they're ripped and they have that nice little V line and everything. But
I wish. One of these books need to tell me how they get this ripped, because I will follow it religiously.
It needs to take place in the gym. I know that could turn into smut real quick, but you know,
definitely. I'm like, I think you're thinking of a video, not a book series.
Oh my God! Yes, it may be under a hub website, but. No. Okay. Anyways, before we go too far off the rails, let's get into some light housekeeping here. So the social media is at We Go Off Podcast. It's on Instagram. You can find us there. It's cute. It's fun. It's colorful.
Yeah.
It's there. So
we're there.
We're there.
Join us. You'll get updates on when we're releasing episodes, because we try our best to be on top of it, but periodically it just falls through the seams, I guess. So.
Like I said, we're just your everyday girls, you know? We're just trying our best,
we
you know?
are not 6'3" and cut, though, I will admit.
Unfortunately, I was not blessed in this capacity.
You know what? Never mind.
Say it.
I'm not saying it.
But there's a new edition this week. So we have playlist of all the songs of the week compiled onto a list, or onto a playlist, both on YouTube Music and on Spotify. So if you're somebody who was like, yeah, you know what, I always am looking for new song recommendations, you haven't gotten a chance to listen to some of these songs, it's all compiled in one place for you, so you can just go through, kind of pick what you like, kind of just distilled all into one place.
And it's a variety. Some of the songs we put in there are like, go with our normal flow of music, and then we've kind of gone out of the blue, put something in there. So you'll probably be surprised at some of the choices on this list, but we'll link them into our Instagram page so that everyone has access. Because if you like some of these songs, let us know. We definitely think they're pretty bomb. That's why we're making a playlist.
I mean, hey, you know what? It should be so honored to be considered Song of the Week, you know?
Exactly.
Like, so, yeah, and then of course, you know, you can listen to us over various platforms. We're on 9 platforms as of right now. There's been a little bit of a convergence, nothing major, but with Anchor and Spotify, they have kind of converged into one.
I noticed that. I know that's
Spotify for podcasters.
Yeah, Spotify for podcasters.
So you might, I'm not positive. I think there's still a portal in terms of like getting to like the actual Anchor site, if that's your method of choice. But I will let you know that like that's the little change that we have noticed here within the past like 2 weeks. So just keep that in mind. But anywhere that you have a podcast app,
anywhere you want to listen, we should be there.
On a house, in a car,
in the room.
Oh my God. I don't know. Would you want to hear our voices in the room? I don't know. I'm like,
if you feel that way, please don't tell me.
Well, maybe the cock segment. I feel like maybe that could do it for someone, you know?
You know what? It's up to your imagination.
Anyways, okay, so it's a beautiful day, and we're drinking again. Yes, I know.
Shining.
Here's the thing, right? Back on our regular shit. No, but so the beautiful thing about New Mexico, I don't know if it's beautiful, but you experience all 4 seasons. And it's not the 4 seasons you want to experience, right? It's like, I want to be living in this little, like, luxurious hotel. Instead, I am dealing with spring through winter, through summer, through fall, all in a day.
Oh, 100%.
It's crazy.
We got a little bit of that yesterday when we got, crazy snow blizzard. Like, the visibility was terrible. You couldn't see anything. But then in a matter of 5 hours... It's sunny. All melted, and so it was like sunny, melting, and then like that evening, it actually was really nice out.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's New Mexico. Maybe that's not just here. I would like to hear if anybody else living in the United States, like
global warming.
Global warming.
No, but from as far as I've lived here, we've always had varying shifts, and it's been pretty dramatic. Throughout the course of 12 hours.
It's crazy, yeah.
It just depends.
It's amazing, for sure. It's funny. But anyway, so what are we drinking tonight, my dear Pamela?
Well, we're still trying to finish up these Simply Spiked lemonades that I bought a while ago. So we're continuing on that streak. We only have one more left, so we're doing good. God.
We're doing it. We're doing the Lord's work. You know what I mean? Just kidding. No, I'm kidding.
This is not water into wine.
This is not water into wine. You know what? I think that would be a great superpower, by the way. Oh my God.
That's a good other episode.
That would be a great other episode. Ooh.
Anyway.
Keep in touch with that.
Yeah,
but
seriously. So these are pretty good. Definitely pretty sugary, of course, but as is most lemonade you drink anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I was pretty pumped when Simply came out with their little spiked lemonades.
Mm-hmm. It's really good, honestly, and the caloric intake is not bad. It's 170 calories per drink.
That wasn't bad.
And it doesn't taste like, piss, like some.
That's true. I don't know, especially earlier, I don't like beer.
Yeah. No, but it's good, and I appreciate you sharing these. 17 grams of sugar. What the hell? I did not see that till right now.
That's what I'm saying. Lots of sugar. 35% of your daily value.
That's it. Goddamn.
I mean, but we're only having one. Or 2.
Or 10. Or are we going to go to the store after this? I'm just kidding. No, but anyways, and then I want to know, my dear Pamela, what is your song this week?
Yeah, man. So, I was going on a pretty silk techno route. Playing, recommending some good songs that are very mellow. And that often tends to be my choice of music, especially when I'm heading to work or stuff like that. But sometimes you'll catch me on the day where I'm like, nah, this ain't satisfying. I need some hard rock. So the song I chose today was Enough by Disturbed.
Yes. Okay. So we had listened to this song. I actually had commented. It's funny because on the album cover, it looks like you're gonna be playing some fantasy game or something like that.
Like
it's
Halo or something.
Yeah, exactly. But it was a really dope song. Honestly, it got me amped. I was like, I should be listening to this at the gym. Yes. I could totally see it.
Definitely. I recommend that for sure.
And this is no shade at all, but I will say that you know who you remind me of a little bit. You've seen Monsters University, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah. That mom in the band? Oh my God.
She's all, you kids having a good time, and then the window goes up and it's all
I mean, it is like that sometimes. It's shocked some people when they play my music, especially the rock playlist I have. They're like, you listen to Disturbed? I'm like, who doesn't?
Yeah. Anyway. No, it's awesome. I love it. Yeah. I love that we can me and you have a very wide musical spectrum, and so it's I'm no fucking way you know this song.
I'm over here putting No Diggity as my song.
Exactly.
I have last week's song, which is definition of silk techno.
Yeah.
And then this week I just go the far other end. I'm
exactly.
Hard rock.
I love it. I love it so much.
So fun. But what's your song this week?
Okay, so yesterday was St. Patrick's Day, and me and some friends had decided that we were gonna bar hop, and we honestly had a really good time. But one of the places we ended up was in downtown Albuquerque. It's called Sister Bar, and so they have kind of theme nights. So Sister Bar, a little bit of a context. It's just this cute little, I don't know if cute is the right word. That's not the right word to place on it. It's like a little bit of a grungy.
I call it rustic
place. Yeah. It definitely looks cool, and it kind of fits that kind of like alternative motif a little bit.
Okay.
So, anyways, they had an 80s night last night. And so, during this, they were playing like, not your like pop 80s. They were playing like, again, the kind of like the grunge 80s a little bit, and like kind of like the darker stuff, or the stuff that wasn't like necessarily like mainstream. Exactly. Okay. So it was really cool, and it was a really good time. But one of the songs they did play, and it's a song I've loved for years, it's like honestly helped me get through like breakups, and it's been a really impactful song in my life, is Modern Love by David Bowie. So
that was we had you play it before, as always. And
yeah,
I loved it. I actually hadn't ever heard the song. Isn't that crazy?
You've never heard that song?
No, I haven't. Man. I know. I'm like, my eyes have been opened.
Yeah. No, you should have seen me. I was a freaking dancing fool last night when
dancing queen is what he meant to say.
Queen. No, but when the song came on, literally I was like belting as loud as I could just on the dance floor. Oh, I was having so much fun. So yeah, it was really cool. So that's my song this week. It will
be on the playlist.
It will be on the playlist. It's already on the playlist.
Heyo,
yeah. So yeah, but I think that kind of wraps up all of our little intro and everything. So when we come back, we will get into the topic of AI.
Artificial intelligence.
Just for your listening pleasure. Meep, meep. Okay. All right, we'll be right back. And we're back.
What's up?
What's up? So we're going to get into our main topic this week about AI.
Artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence.
It's like that Google thing where you're like, how do I pronounce this word? And you put AI and it's like, artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence. Today, my dog played with artificial intelligence. Let's see what he does. Oh my god, that AI voice on TikTok. Oh my god.
That's true. Anyway,
you know, it's so crazy, right? So what kind of got me going on this topic is I was actually listening to another one of my podcasts, right? Mm-hmm. And so in this podcast, it's called Love It or Leave It. And so what they had basically done is there was like this new dating app that was made for conservatives called The Right Stuff. Right?
Oh
yeah.
The
right stuff. You got it.
I get you. That's pretty clever.
So in this case, one of their producers, as you can kind of expect, an app that's called The Right Stuff, it would be a little bit more slanted towards
the right?
Yeah, some white Christian
not
individuals.
The left,
yeah.
Liberals, no,
so one of these producers, he is African American, and so he was like, you know what? I saw this, and he's like, I had to sign up for it. And so they like took a while to like do like their launch, basically, right? And so when they finally got the launch done, he was like, I had to do it, but he's like, I knew I didn't want to go on there as myself. He's like, I couldn't go on there as myself. And so he had crafted using AI, he had like paid, and it had crafted like these different people.
Oh, weird.
And so what he ended up doing is he made like a whole fake profile with like these pictures that were generated by AI. So it wasn't like a real person technically, but he used these pictures and he was like kind of catfishing some of the people on the app, just kind of like pranking them, just being like, oh yeah, you know, like, let's go Brandon, like all this stuff like attached with it. But so all that being said, I think it just kind of like spurred a conversation in my mind, because I was like, holy crap, like AI is integrated into so many facets of our life, even if it's just like in a small, simple capacity.
And TikTok
videos and stuff like that. Right. But I'm like, at what point, or like, what is our future coming to, you know, because it's crazy, you know, you could type into like the chat GPT, and you could type like Abraham Lincoln giving a speech about condoms or something like that. Okay. And like in the style of like the Gettysburg Address, and the AI, based off of all the information it has, will literally give you a speech that sounds just like what Abraham Lincoln would have said about condoms. And it's like, it's crazy.
That is so wild.
Yeah. Like, we're getting to that point now where it's like,
Well, that's even like robocalls. You have
Yeah.
calls now that are like programmed to get your response and then do a different avenue based on what you're saying.
Yes. No.
So weird.
I mean, working in a pharmacy, I've actually experienced this firsthand. So I've actually gotten a phone call, sounded very much like a real person, right? Mm-hmm. But I had known because of prior knowledge, because I'm a pretty big tech nerd. Yeah. Google had rolled out this service because, you know, like when you look up a business on Google and it'll tell you their hours are 6 a.m. until like 10 p.m. Right. And it says like updated like 4 weeks ago. Where they get that updated from 4 weeks ago is they literally have like an AI that will call a business. It sounds like a real person and it even does like the little gestures.
That's how they do it.
And so it's like, so I was just going to ask like, what your hours are, through Monday through Friday. And then also like, what are your guys' hours on the weekend? And like, it even does like the little like word whiskers and like the kind of like, you can hear like some clicking in the background. Like it gives you everything. Like they are trying to sound as like
realistic as possible,
natural, and have like that human inflection as much as physically possible. So I've answered the phone before and I knew all this going in. And so like, I'm just like answering it, like answering all the questions and stuff like that. And so like I get off the phone and everyone's like, that person was kind of intrusive. Like they were asking all these questions. I was like, well, it wasn't a person. It was like the AI. So I was like, oh, I'm going to try to give it a good response because you want the, like all the information that updated and accurate, right? So for me, it was kind of crazy. But like when Google had rolled this out, they had actually like done it on stage and they had called like I think it was like a takeout, Chinese restaurant. Mm-hmm. They had called it. And like they were just like they had recorded the conversation like on both ends, and like the person really thought it was like a real person, right? Because like the way that they're talking and everything. And so I don't know how I feel about that. Like at one point, it's like so cool that they're like able to like do this stuff and like it can kind of go unnoticed, but also can go unnoticed that it's like a robot, you know?
That freaks me out. Okay, so like I'm of two minds when it comes to AI. I definitely think it has its uses, and you're right. It's in our everyday life, whether you like it or not. You see it everywhere.
Yeah. But
I also, you know, I guess in terms of the Terminator, I'm like, oh my God, it's going to rise up and kill us. And not to be dramatic, I don't think it'll get to that point anytime in our lifetime or so, I think. But it's definitely one of those things where you're right. It's learning. It's like hearing what you're saying. It's like starting to inflect human nature, I guess. So for me, it just weirds me out because normally you can tell when it's a spam call or when it's a robocall. And now it might get to the point where you're like, is this an actual person?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, hold on. That just blows my mind. I guess I've never heard that Google had like realistic AIs to call for that information.
Well, and it's not just Google, right? Like it's like a lot of these tech conglomerates and different enterprises that are utilizing this technology because in some capacities it is really remarkable, like the progress that has been made. It's just like leaps and bounds over like the past 20 years in terms of like AI technology and everything. And I think it's really cool. And I think some of the purposes it could be used for is going to be really helpful, and it can help. Yeah. What am I trying to say? Automize? That's not the right word. Not autonomize either.
I think it's automize, isn't it?
Automize, yeah. It's going to automize some
Make
tasks.
Things faster.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Some tasks that otherwise would take a lot of manual labor in there, and if you could automize that and just let it go, it's going to run a little bit smoother, and you can focus on other tasks that are going to require more skill, you know?
I mean, I guess that's a good point, and I'm all for AI in terms of like helping simplify things, and I guess is what you're trying to say as well. But I don't know. I guess I've also heard like the other side of it where, you know, it's taking basic jobs. I don't know. It's is AI the same as like a machine in a factory?
Not necessarily, because in that kind of capacity is, you know, a robot that has been programmed to do specific tasks, right?
Okay, but AI is the robot that can develop based on the input.
Exactly.
You're giving,
so
right?
And that's kind of like the thing, right? So like some of these things where, like I was talking about the Abraham Lincoln example, what they've done is they have fed every piece of literature that Abraham Lincoln has read, or like has been documented that he said everything. And then in this capacity as well, like everything about condoms and stuff like that, how a condom works, what a condom's used for and stuff like that. And so from that, it can distill the information down to this place where it's like, okay, this is how he talked, and like, okay, he's going to be talking about condoms. Like, let's try to like frame this in this capacity, and like then it will put those two things together. So it's like creating a puzzle basically, and it's just like whatever information you input into it, you can get right. So
so for me, I guess my hiccup with it is like I kind of still can't relate AI to modern day, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I'm still thinking AI as like a science fiction type of thing, like the Terminator, or there's this video game called Detroit where like artificial intelligence androids basically are learning and developing.
Yeah.
And so for me, I think that's why it's like a little wild and kind of crazy for me to wrap my mind around that AI is something we use every day, and like it's in these certain like facets that you don't even know, but it's like it's been developing or making things faster. But do you think there could be a point where it just
can take over?
Yeah, well, I guess. I don't know. Is that like even a thing? I know humans have to program it to get to that point, right? Or is that something that you think a machine could eventually learn, is that they have their own personality?
That's a very interesting question.
Well, no, it's very interesting. And so what I've heard of AI is like there's AI in social media, which is ridiculous. Like there's an Instagram poster. Her name is like Lil Michaela.
Oh yeah, we were looking into that.
Yeah, we were looking at this a little bit earlier, and she's just this. It says on her bio, 19-year-old robot living in LA. And it's so wild because like she has over 2 million followers. Like she's just this AI personality that posts on social media. Like it blows my mind that these are things that you're seeing potentially in your feed, and it's like I'm not quite sure if this is someone in like the background programming this AI to post things based on like what they've programmed, or if this is like an actual android like learning. I don't know.
No, exactly. So here's the thing. Like I think right now the parameters of where AI is still needs that human kind of engagement with it, right? Okay. I don't think it is at any place right now where theoretically, you know, like all the movies we've seen, like the Terminator or iRobot or stuff like that, where they get pretty much too smart for their own good, and then they're like, you know what? Fuck everything. Humanity, you gotta go, you know? So I don't think we're near...
like Age of Ultron. It's like freaking Ultron. He's like, oh, well, you created me, and from all the information you fed me, I realize humans are destroying Earth, so I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah. I know. And so it's kind of it. I know that facet is there, and there is like this kind of real, I would say tangible fear that something like that could go awry. But I think the parameters of where it's at right now, and the fact that it needs to so much human input, I think it's really, not that I'm saying humans have made the best decisions. Just look at our whole history. But I think if there is good people working on it and they put parameters on it, I think it could be something that could be really beneficial. I do think if there is people who have like malicious intent or they want it to develop in a negative capacity, I think that's also something that could definitely happen. It's just like... yeah,
it's also people are bad and good at the same time.
Exactly. Both things can exist, you know?
Well, so this also brings me to my continuous like development of androids and AI. So have you heard of Sophia, that robot?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, so she was developed by a Hong Kong-based company, Hanson Robotics. But like, she actually can, you know, you talk to her. You'll, you know, it's like that, you know, Google AI thing you were talking about. Do you think that was what they put into Sophia to allow her to talk and interact with people? Like, it just blows my mind because she even has like, I guess, realistic looking human skin. They really tried to make her as like humanoid as possible. But it's wild because, you know, there's been videos of them like interacting with her, and she'll like, you know, crack jokes. She'll do these things, and you're just like, oh my God, is she human or not? Like,
exactly.
But this is all just the, I don't know, the incredible achievements of AI. Like being able to compute someone or a machine to start taking input from humans and then being able to respond in a like fashion. I don't know. That's wild.
Well, I mean, it is, right? You know, it's kind of scary. I mean, the one thing that I will say is it's like, it's always going to be like a humanoid, right? Like I do feel in my heart, like okay, for instance, like you've heard of like oh my god, what is that wax museum where they have all the famous people?
Oh, isn't that like
Madame
Wax? No, what?
Madame, oh my god, Madame, I cannot think of her name. Madame.
But is it in LA?
It's in multiple
Madame
places.
Tussauds, Las Vegas.
There we go. Yes.
Not LA, sorry, LV. Las Vegas. My bad.
No, but I guess where I'm getting at with that is like, you know, humans have tried multiple times to like craft these people or like make someone in like their likeness, but you can always like discern like, oh, this is like not humanoid, or like this is obviously like a wax creation or something like that. So like as a human, we can't like completely create something exactly like us, right. You know? And so I'm curious, you know, that's more talking about like, I guess like the outward appearance. I'm curious what that really like translate to in terms of AI. Cause like, it's just like protocols that you're just like feeding into this, like to distill the information and stuff like that. So I'm like, can it ever get to the place where we could create something better than ourselves, or where the AI could like be like, oh no, fuck this, I'm taking over, you know?
Well, I don't know. I think it could, depending. It's all dependent on like how far technology goes. Mm-hmm. And from the looks of it, they're gonna keep going. They like to just keep building, keep making things bigger, grander, more extravagant. But going back to that game I mentioned, Detroit, I definitely recommend any of you, if you haven't played it, go look at the trailer. It's very intriguing because basically, you know, it's this game where like in that society, you're able to buy androids and use them like slaves or like housework, or, you know, depending on the android you pick, some of them have like, you know, can care for kids, while others are able to do more yard work and hard work, things like that, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, it just depends on what kind of robot you need or android you need for certain tasks in your house. And what blows my mind is there's also in that world is there's robots or androids that can do police work. They're doing like police work and things like that. And so this whole game is kind of showing how androids can be interwoven into human society. But what's interesting is, I guess the whole premise of the game is these humans need to realize that now they've created a new form of life. Mm-hmm. Almost like a new species. Because they're able to now, like, they're that advanced, they're able to have feelings, have motives, like stuff like this, to build who they are as a person. So, I don't know. I definitely think it's such an intriguing game. My husband played it, and I was hooked. You know, I'm not one to play video games, but I'm definitely one to, like, watch in the background and, like, watch them, you know, the storyline and all these, like, action of things happening. But that, to me, is kind of intriguing, is because, you know, AI, we consider it just technology. Mm-hmm. But what if, you know, it's like also Terminator. They can become lifelike to the point where, do we have to recognize them as another species? And would we be able to? Because I will admit, humans are very scared of things that aren't exactly like them. Mm-hmm. It's like animals out in the wild, like we have a better understanding, but even then there's still people that are like, I can't believe like this species exists, you know?
Yeah.
It's just very interesting to me because this goes more into like, I guess the, I don't know, not intellectual, but the very, what am I trying to say? The like good and bad of the universe. Like, is it something that, you know, AI will bring out the good in humanity? Mm-hmm. Or do you think humanity will manipulate it?
Yeah.
Use it for their benefit.
Well, so I guess kind of jumping off of what you're saying there, like in terms of like, you know, would we recognize them like even as another species or something like that? That kind of ignited something. So I just looked up here on whitehouse.gov. Oh. There is a blueprint for an AI Bill of Rights.
Oh, so there is one?
Literally, there is.
Well,
and so
it makes sense. I mean, you're having this computer life form basically make all these changes, gather all this information, and all that information has power. Like, that's why they say knowledge is power.
Yeah.
You're feeding everything you know about the world, about humans, into this, like, computer. Mm-hmm. Don't you think that gives it some power and some advantage?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think it does, right? You know, and I guess at a certain point, like, when do we recognize that? I just don't know. I like it. This is like
this is a very out there topic.
Yeah.
There's still so little known about AI, really. I will say, I think personally, this is one of those topics that they keep pretty under the covers. Like, they don't really want to share everything they have about it.
Well, yeah. I mean,
you know that some companies, like you said, have used it in their information gathering, or even just when they're creating products for the future or something like that. But do you think that we know everything that's going on with actual AI creation?
I don't think so. I think there is I just think of the various NDAs that people have to sign and stuff like that, or the fact that if you leave a company in the technology sector, the fact that you are kind of stifled at what other companies you can work at, because
so the non-competes are
really intense. And I think in the technology sector, because there is so much development and there is so much crucial information that they are creating, sharing, everything, right. We obviously do not know everything that is being created or what is being worked on, experimented, and stuff like that. And not to get all conspiratorial, but I think it's just the nature of the beast when you're talking about a new technology that's being utilized so much. I mean, just look at how competition has moved technology forward over the past 200 years, right? When the first photo that was taken, there was a competition between two various inventors to try to come to this idea of what a camera was going to be.
Right.
So, but from that place forward, it just drives the needle of innovation further and further and further. And so I think I'm excited to see what is going to be brought out in the future and what you can utilize. But I think just that element of uncertainty or not being able obviously to know what the future brings, I think is also something that
gains fear. I think that's what most people are fearful of, is the unknown. They don't know what this could potentially blow into, and you never know. It could be something that makes life so much easier on a day-to-day, and it actually blesses those around, everyone that's human. That could be something that happens, but you also gotta think of the flip side.
Exactly.
But I mean, talk about inventions. Why haven't they created teleportation yet? Excuse me.
I know. Honestly, I'm a little upset, I think
I am too.
It's so crazy, right? I think I saw this meme on Instagram, and it was talking about it's so crazy because I thought 25 years from now that I would be living in a flying car or
my house would be floating in the sky.
Exactly.
They'd have an air driveway.
I thought people would already be to Mars by this point, stuff like that,
And this goes back to the sci-fi theme. That's I mean, and this is also terrible. We're only gauging what we can do or know based on what we've been able to imagine.
Well,
but
exactly.
Imagination is completely different from actually
reality. Yes.
Reality, exactly. So it's it makes me laugh. Back to the Future, especially. It's a 20-year time jump, and it's what was it, 2016?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the time jump is. It was just, I remember it was 1970s or 80s, and then it jumps 20, 25 years in the future.
Yes, because it had happened in 2000 and... Oh, God.
I know it's past the time. We're past
2016, I think it was. Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't seen Back to the Future in a minute.
It's been a little while.
I'll have to rewatch it later. But no.
Maybe we can come back in time and then edit this part in.
What? No, but that time jump. It's basically speculated that within that 25 years we were able to increase technology tenfold. Mm-hmm. But at that time, wasn't technology something very new? And so being able to realize things are advancing, they expected it to exponentially advance to a point where we would have flying cars, hoverboards, we'd have teleportation. I'm still mad at Star Trek because of that. I want teleportation.
Well, it's crazy, right? This is not necessarily related, and I know that J.K. Rowling is not somebody that we want to hold in high regard, especially with a lot of her transphobic comments and everything. But I will say that, so she had said something as a writer even, she said, when she introduces a mechanism, for instance, such as the time turner, when she introduced that mechanism, she's you have to be careful with what you introduce, because she's like, when you bring that in, it changes your whole world, like in terms of like the world that you have created. Because then it was like, well, okay, if you had the time turner, couldn't you go back in time and like change this or change this? And so you gotta have like laws governing it. And so I guess what I'm getting at with that in terms of like teleportation and stuff like that is, it's like, I think we have had like these parameters of like such a wide array of like what is possible with like the teleportation and stuff. And like, even we're getting to like stuff like, I don't know. Have you seen that like argument about Star Trek specifically, where it was talking about how, like, do they kill off the old version of you? Like, do you just like become like this new,
like a new carbon copy,
carbon copy, basically? Yeah. Like, is it you like still when you go through like the teleportation, or are you someone else? You know?
I wish I could tell you, but it hasn't been invented yet. No, I don't know. It's one of those things like, yeah, it's very unlikely that it will even ever be invented, because like the whole concept of it is you are separating your body into like molecules.
Yeah.
Mini particles that you're able to teleport through air, through like this,
through another like
stream,
yeah,
whatever,
another medium. Yes.
Yeah, and then compose yourself again at the new location.
And to like, have every single atom line up exactly where it's at again.
Well, right. And also, this is funny, because in Star Trek, there's been a couple episodes where it's gone wrong.
Oh, I bet.
And they've been lost. Like, you can't find them again. So it's like one of those things that, as much as I would love teleportation, it'd actually make me on time for things.
Would it though? Because I feel like we'd still leave.
I don't know. You know what? I think it would, because it'd only take a minute for me to stand in my little hub and be like, all right, going over here. And
but say that our shift started at 10, we're going to be there at 10:03.
I'll be there at 10:00 what?
That's what we tell ourselves.
No, but yeah, I don't think it's going to be plausible to create something like that. So maybe, actual AI to the point where they start being able to, like, think and reason and have their own motives and being able to make decisions based on what they want. Mm-hmm. I'm not quite sure if we can get to that point, because emotion's a very hard thing to compute in certain... I don't know. Is it that hard to compute emotion into, like, code? Can you compute emotion in code? Anyone know this?
That's a great question, right? Because the human brain is like such a complex thing.
Right.
And so I would be curious, because I mean, some of it is chemical reactions and stuff like that, right?
Right.
But I mean, how do you translate that into that code? How do you...
right, because we have all these chemicals that technically run our body half the time.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Like you said, how do you put that into code?
Exactly. It's because it's not a carbon life form at that point, right? And so I don't know. I mean, I would love to like have a discussion with somebody who knows about like this kind of stuff.
I know, that would be so intriguing.
But yeah, as of right now, I don't know if there's any capacity to translate that emotions into a person, and maybe we'll need to do some research on it, and like we could kind of do like a little bit of a follow-up. But I think it would be really cool to see like what advancements there are, what research papers are out there regarding AI.
Yeah, that would be intriguing. I think there's this show I watched on Netflix, and they were in the process of creating self-driving cars, and I know that's something they're also working on now. They're still in the process of getting that all resolved. Like, I know they have the ability, but there has to be someone watching it, But you're able to compute code into self-driving cars, but how do you compute code into AI for it to make its own choices? I guess that's like the biggest thing that I think humans have over technology, is the choices technology make is based on what we coded them to do, right? Mm-hmm. But humans, we have the ability, whether we like it or not, to make good or bad decisions. Yeah. So it's like, that's the point, especially in the game Detroit as well, where like that was where they broke the barrier of becoming technology and becoming a life form, was being able to make choices based on what they wanted.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I definitely recommend. That game is pretty wild. It blew my mind in terms of like everything I knew about like AI, artificial life forms. It like really challenged me to be like, so if they were ever created, would I be able to reason with myself and be like, oh, okay, yeah, my best friend is an AI robot. His name's Marcus, Yeah,
I mean, would you just be okay with that? Like,
I don't know. Like, that's a huge concept because, like I said, humans are scared of what they don't know. I think it would be a huge war for sure. Mm-hmm. but they're also robots. How do you kill a robot? I guess you can
unplug
take off.
it. Duh. I'm just kidding.
Wow, obviously I should have figured. No, I'm just kidding. You're right. There's ways to do it, but I don't know. It's like I said, all the sci-fi that we've seen has kind of led into my opinion of what AI is.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I think, being children of like streamed sci-fi and stuff like that. I think we talked about that in our first episode, actually. Just like, I think when we have this kind of presented in front of us our whole lives, like, it's going to expand your mind. It's going to expand the boundaries of what you think and or what's possible, so.
Right. It's so intriguing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would love to hear what all of you think about AI. Do you think it's good? Bad? You don't care?
You don't care?
All of the above, because it's such an open topic.
Mm-hmm, it is, and there's so many facets to it, so.
Right. I don't know. Oh,
yeah,
just
for
blows
sure.
my mind.
But yeah, I think this was a very nice, spirited little conversation we had about it. And yeah, if you guys want to continue talking with us, I would love to hear your opinions. So
yes, DM us. We're all about it.
We are,
as you could tell, little out there topics. We're just wow, what about this? Anyway, when we come back, we'll go ahead and do our mini rants and just wrap up this episode. So
yeah,
we will be back.
Yes. And we're back. So, I don't know if you can smell it through the podcast because this is an audio medium, but there's some brain fry that was happening from that last segment.
Yeah, definitely. Did you tell that my brain was just like...
Yeah, just like pop, 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 pop. Yeah. Like you could see the synapses just like going off hard over here. Yeah.
I was just going intellectual and emotional as well, so that's pretty wild.
You kind of look like that lady in the Spanish meme. Or the Spanish soap opera, the one with like all the mouth around her.
Yeah, that's literally me trying to figure out what I'm saying in terms of this. Yeah, no. No,
it was a very nice, spirited conversation, though. I did appreciate that.
Yeah,
I think.
For sure.
Was there anything you took away, or? I mean, I felt like I learned a lot just even while we were recording.
Yeah, definitely learned a lot. A lot of new facts you were telling me. I was like, whoa, mind blown.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think for me it was kind of. I also at the last segment of it was like challenging myself. Can I look at AI as a life form? I don't know why.
Can it be my new best friend?
Yeah, I'm like over here, like you said, my friend Marcus, he's my BFF. He's an android, but we're close.
That's gonna be Pam's memoir over here. How I made AI my best friend. Because if anyone could do it, it would be you. Honestly, let's be real.
I think it's possible.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you know what? I'm all for it. But they have to create AI to the point where I can socialize with them.
Exactly.
In a good form. Anyway, what about you, Ethan?
Of course they're going to have a good form. We're going to build them,
That's
it's going to be chiseled, 6'3". Oh God, not me. Oh God,
subject.
Oh Lord, yeah, that's another. Oh God, we probably shouldn't. Sex bots. Oh God, what are their rights? I need to know. Yeah.
I need to know their rights.
I need to know their rights. Oh my God, that's horrible. Anyways,
I appreciate you caring about their rights.
You have to. I mean, they're sex workers.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes,
everyone deserves rights.
Exactly. Everyone does. Even AI. So anyways, but I guess that was something that was very interesting. Like even looking at the White House proposal for AI Bill of Rights, I was like, what the fuck? I hadn't even known about this. I'll have to read more up on that.
Mind blowing. Wow. Yeah. And it's on a government site. So it's official.
It's official.
Crazy.
What do they know that they're not telling us?
That's what I'm saying. So there's something out there.
Next week when we get our tin hats on, you'll have to. I'm just kidding. No.
Conspiracy theories.
We're gonna get into conspiracy theories. We just had a car that just drove by the window. I'm pretty sure it was a government spy. They know what we're talking about. Yeah, they're coming for us. Yes, not in the way I want. I'm just kidding. I'm so sorry. I feel like I've been explicit this podcast a lot.
He's a horn dog.
Oh. You're nothing but a horn dog. No, that's not
it. Nothing but a
hound dog. There we go. Not a horn dog. Anyways, so all that being said, it's really cool. if you guys want to talk about AI some more, just let us know. I'm very intrigued by it. It's a very fascinating topic to me.
We'll have to get a drink and just chat.
And just chat about
That's like our favorite pastime.
It is. But there's actually another favorite pastime that we have as well, and it's ranting. So
that's true.
That's also good. So, all that being said, we're gonna get into our mini rants, and what are we going off about this week?
Oh, well, Ethan broached the topic a little bit earlier on in the intro, but
sorry about that.
No, you're good. Just give him a little something to look forward to.
Exactly, a little taste.
Yeah, well, so I was me and my husband both have been a little fed up with upgrades, housework, and stuff like that because there's no class really that ever teaches you all these things in like school, or they might
what
be
are you
one
talking
in
about?
college.
Home ec? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, like they offered that at your school. That was taken out. That wasn't an elective choice at ours. Because if it was, I would have taken it. But so we've been working on getting like curtain rods put in, blinds. And so when we were doing the curtain rods and blinds, we were like, this is home, upgrade 101, we're
yeah, exactly.
We can do
You're taking
the 101, right? We're like, all right, this is our level, this is our ability to do this. And then
oh no,
what Ethan's describing is we got one of those ring cameras, right? And those you have to mount it on the outside wall, and that's just a whole other beast. Interior walls are not as easy as exterior walls. Like, jeez. So we were like on a high. We had just done all the blinds and the curtain rods, and we did a pretty good job. And so I was like, let's just do this right now. And so we go out there, measure it, drill in these holes.
You just drilled it.
We just went for it.
Oh my god! I think there's still even Sharpie on the.
There is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you mark the holes, and the problem we had with the first time we drilled was, I guess our drill bits were the incorrect ones because a couple of them slipped up, so they didn't go straight through. Oh gosh! So it didn't match what you were trying to mount it to. And so we were a little fed up. We were annoyed. We're like, okay, fine. I was like, well, and that was at like our wit's end. So we're like, we'll come back the next day and tackle it again the other day. So the next time we came back, we put 4 more holes. We were like, all right, we're going to drill here. And yet again, one of them slipped, and the other 2 hit a metal plating.
Oh my god.
And we're just like, we're trying to make this homework 101, and this is now turned into like level 5 senior level class, and we don't have the prerequisites for this.
We don't have the prereqs. We just jumped in.
We just got thrown into this class. Where's my advisor? Like, I was just so pissed.
That's so funny.
And so eventually we just kind of took our losses because we had already drilled 8 holes in the right side of our door. It looks fantastic, by the way.
It's honestly like a work of art. I'm like,
it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. I really saw the emotion.
The emotion and the passion that went into this. Yes, exactly. So then, I made the executive decision. It was just like, all right, screw this right side of the door. We're just going to put it on the left. And so we did on the left side, we did a quarter mount. And wouldn't you know, the first 2 drills we put in, perfect.
Oh my god.
And I was pissed. Because I was like, why? Why is the right side of my house against me? It's so annoying. I literally think there was my house was speaking to me. It's like, we don't want the doorbell on the right side.
We don't want it, no.
We want it on the left side.
But I think, honestly, it was the best thing that could have worked because the way that it shows, on the camera now, you see the whole front yard.
Yes, which is fantastic because we literally see the whole front yard, all the cars and everything. So, we're able to see that whole area. So it's a pretty good vantage point. So I'm not mad at all. I actually think it looks really nice where it's at. But
you want to talk about the brainstorming that was happening yesterday about this? So Pam, we went to get a gift for somebody yesterday, and so while we're at the store, she's also looking for a sign.
I'm looking for a welcome sign.
A welcome sign.
We're gonna have to. So we got the caulking repair that we had talked about for the stucco. So we're going to fill in those holes later on today, likely. But I was also just like, I tried to match the paint, but like that was a little difficult. I got pretty close, but not quite on it. So I'm like, what if I just get a welcome sign to cover all those holes? And then you'll never know. Like,
I'm like 15 years down the road, they're selling the house. You're going to be like, I have no idea. There's just 8 holes behind the sign.
Mounted to the wall. They're like, why can't we take this off? I'm like,
that's part of the house.
I have no idea. The house is spoken. Has to go with the house. Like,
this is your sign. You are now the Martinezes.
Basically. The house was very mad at me, it sounds like. But we managed to do it. We're really happy with how it's looking, except for the 8 holes in our wall.
But we got the caulk, you know?
Yeah, we got the caulk for it. Like I said, we're going to film it. It's a work in progress, but...
It's spackled caulk over here. It's going to be fine, yes.
But that's my mini rant. Why that's so funny. Are these things to upgrade on the house on? Why does it require, like, contractor level knowledge?
It's almost like you need a contractor or something.
Oh, it's almost like they purposefully do that. But I ain't paying for none of that. I'll just figure it out myself. Whether I destroy my wall or not.
I'm going to come and there's just going to be like a fist-sized hole over here, and you're gonna be like, "What are you talking about? There's no hole." You're gonna just gaslight the fuck out of me. You're
like,
gonna
what do you mean?
Yeah,
you see that? Are you sure that's there?
I don't think that's there.
I think you're
a little crazy. Yeah, this is a dream. Check your hands. You have 6 fingers.
Anyway,
oh my
that's
gosh.
my rant.
That's funny.
Pretty wild. But Ethan, what are you ranting about this week?
Yeah, so there's this thing that happens. It's kind of a global phenomenon. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called driving, right?
A global phenomenon?
Well, I guess it's like it's impertinent. I feel like it's found in every culture nowadays. You know?
That's pretty tough. I don't know about that one.
Yeah,
it's almost like drivings are made for transport.
Right? Exactly. It's almost like the world wouldn't exist if we didn't have a...
It's almost like we wouldn't be able to get to work and back.
Right, I don't know. Yeah, we wouldn't be flying down the road going 80 miles per hour trying to get to work. Anyways, what I want to talk about is the fact that there is so much anxiety when it comes to driving, right? And so it's very interesting to me because, you know, sometimes I feel like I'm still like at home with my mother because God bless her, but we would almost like, I think she really wished that she had the special pedals on her side that she could like brake. Because this woman, when I tell you, she'd be flooring the bottom of the floor of the passenger seat and like kind of putting her hands up and be like, like she's like panicking. I think that anxiety has translated throughout my whole life. So if I'm driving in the car, honestly, I feel like I'm like a little reckless. I'm over here listening to my Katy Perry, whatever I'm listening to. I'm just like, you know, I'm just like, I'm fine. But as soon as I have someone else in the passenger seat, I get like so anxious. I'm like, I got to be the perfect driver. Because for me, I'm like, I don't care, you know, like I'm fine, you know.
Right.
And so I feel like I really try to do that. But there was this interesting phenomenon that had happened a couple of weeks ago where I was alone in the car. And so I had gone up this like little hill. And so I drive a manual, right? And so, you know, like with a manual, if you don't have the braking gauge, you can start rolling backwards, right? And so in this car, when I'm like sitting there at the stoplight, all of a sudden I feel myself going backwards. And so I'm like looking around me, right? And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And what had happened was everyone coincidentally was going the exact same speed forward very slowly. So it seemed like I was going backwards. So I'm over here pumping my brake as hard as I possibly can. Like, why isn't this working? Why am I still rolling backwards? Like, full panic, full assault. And then I realized what was happening. And so I realized a lot of the anxiety that has translated from my mother with the driving and like just being in a driver myself and like getting in car accidents and stuff like that. In this moment, I was like in full shit panic. Like, and I think I took like a year off my life during this. And so I'm like, why do we have to be so anxious? Like, why is there so much anxiety with it? I know that we are driving like heavy machinery. And oh, by the way, there's also another aside. When your medication says do not operate heavy machinery, that includes driving. that is not meaning a forklift. That is not meaning a crane.
You're telling me this now? I'm just kidding.
Wait, did you know this already? Because there's people who do not know heavy machinery means a car.
This, but you know, some people are like, "What do you mean
heavy machinery? Like
my car is like a bicycle."
Right, exactly. It's just a bicycle that could kill someone, you know, like,
not my worry. Not my problem.
not my job. Not my problem. No, but so I guess like my thing is just like I hate anxiety, but I hate the anxiety that comes with driving because I feel like I'm a pretty good driver.
You are, yeah.
I only scare you at least once.
Knees, that's a little scary.
That's true. I was trying to text someone yesterday,
and I'm over here like, I'll do it for you, dude.
Yeah, because literally I'm driving with my knee, hands off the wheel, just driving with my knee at the bottom of the steering wheel.
And you saw my eyes all bug out.
You're all. I knew.
So that's pretty impressive. You doing it?
Yeah, she knew I had fucked up. She was like, "What are you doing?" And that's the worst part is I do this when I'm like in the car by myself. And I'm not proud of it. I'm really not, but it happened.
You just made a confession to the cops. I'm just kidding.
Come arrest me. Get me in those handcuffs. Let's see it.
But no, going back to that point, I've had that happen before where you're in the middle lane and the two cars are moving.
Yes!
That's such a scary feeling.
Oh my god. I'm so glad that you've experienced it as well.
I know exactly what you're talking about. So instantly you're like, the panic. I'm like, go flashback. PTSD. I was at one time when I was learning how to drive and I was on like a hill, which was even worse. And I wasn't moving, but the cars next to me were. And so like you feel like you're like
oh Matrix. My god, like, yeah. I'm so glad somebody else has experienced this because I was like, am I like, did somebody slip like mushrooms into my tea or something? I'm like, what the hell?
I don't think so, but sometimes it feels like it when that happens.
No, you feel like you're having like an outer body experience, and I think that was like my biggest panic in this moment. Is I was like, what's happening? I'm like, I like running through every scenario. I'm like, okay, can I engage it in first gear and just like park myself here? Like, what do I need to do? Like, the e-brake is probably out the window right now. You know, like
pulling it up as high as you go. Yeah. Oh, that's such a scary feeling. I'm so sorry. That's definition of anxiety with driving.
So if any of you guys drive a manual, I would love to hear if you guys have had this experience. I'm sure you have because me and Pam both ride manuals. So
yep, it's a common thing. I feel like you ain't driving right if you don't have at least one of those experiences.
You know, maybe this is good. This means that we're not going to make a stupid mistake while driving, right?
Exactly. You're able, and that's like just your whole spatial awareness. That's what's coming into play. Exactly. It really messes with you because you're like, everyone's moving in my peripherals, but I feel like I'm staying where I'm at, but it also feels like you're falling backwards. It's so weird.
Oh, yeah.
The eyes are weird.
I know. One day I'm going to have to do this like a illusion for you. There's like a way where it feels like you're sinking into the floor. Has someone ever done that for you?
I mean, they may have. It sounds
it's
familiar.
A crazy experience.
Illusions are pretty wild.
It's crazy, and it was definitely an illusion. So,
Hey-o.
Thank you, brain. Thank you for that. So,
thank you. We appreciate it.
All that being said, though, thank you guys for joining us this week. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed our conversation. I know we had a really fun time talking about it. So,
yes, it was good. Yeah. So, other than that, join us next week when we go off.